All right, everybody, MacCam89 here, and we have another mystery box for the month of August, and it is the Loved Again Media box here. And yeah, let's get right into this one here. Usually, this is my favorite box of the two, and not that long ago, we had a couple of other services, but due to unforeseen economic decision makings, budget cuts, all that jazz stuff, decided to cut them out and ended up keeping Loved Again Media and video games monthly, at least for now. We'll see what happens. Who knows what the future holds. So let us get into this box of hopefully goodness here. All right, and starting off with an original PlayStation title. Really excited to get a what looks like a complete in box game. The only thing is I am not a huge fan of this IP, but who knows? Maybe this is a sleeper gem hit of a game. And it is Harry Potter, and let me see if I can read that. And the Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The front of the case is a little cracked, but it's actually in pretty decent shape considering, um, the age of these things and it being in a box compacted like this. And actually, the inside is pretty clean. So you can see there. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Again, I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I never read the books, never cared about the movies. It's just not my thing. But who knows? It may just be a good game that utilizes the Harry Potter skin. So who knows? Made by Electronic Arts, has that awesome logo back, from back in the day there. So yeah, Harry Potter's kind of interesting. Pretty cool to get in a box like this. If you know the history of Loved Again Media, it's pretty cool to get it in a box like this for sure. All right, the next game up looks like a Wii title here, and this is Excite Truck. And I'm assuming this is based on the Excite series, right? Based from the NES. Looks like it has the Nintendo logo there, so that's pretty cool. You never know. This might be a pretty fun racing game if it's based on that series and made by Nintendo. Seems to be in complete condition here. Excite Truck. That's kind of cool. Worst case scenario, it ain't that great of a game, and you know what? Me and my son will have fun playing this. He does like trucks and things like that, so this is pretty cool. It is two-player as well, so we'll get some gameplay footage and we'll see. Maybe this is a hidden gem on the Wii. You never know with that console. You just never know. In fact, there's the last Loved Again Media box that I got. There was an airplane, World War II Aces. Actually, a pretty fun game. And I bet you can get that game really cheap, and it's a lot of fun. The motion controls are very good in that flying game, so I highly recommend that game. All right, next up, it looks like a PS3 title, and this is pretty cool to get because I definitely own it, but I enjoy getting multiple copies of the Call of Duty games on the PlayStation 3 because once in a while, we'll throw together a LAN party, and PS3 is the console of choice. And this is an amazing game. Loved this game back in the day. Still love it today. In fact, I beat the remastered version not that long ago. That is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to challenge you. Grab an older Call of Duty from this era. 360, PS3. Start playing it, the campaign, and tell me that you can just forget about it. The campaigns are that good. They're a good time. And I always find myself a lot of times when I'm capturing footage for these games that I'll play a lot longer than what I actually intend to. I just have a blast with these games. Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3. This will stay in the collection because I will use it for LAN parties, so really cool to get. So far, some decent titles here. I'm excited about Excite Truck and Modern Warfare 2. Obviously, I would prefer to get games that are not dupes, but it's not a total waste there. All right, next up is another PlayStation 3 title, and this is my favorite. I know people are going to disagree with me, but this is my favorite Batman game from this series here, and this is Batman Arkham Asylum. If I didn't already own this game, I'd be ecstatic to get it right now. This is an amazing, amazing game. And this one actually seems to be in really, really good condition here. In fact, it's got so many books in here. Looks like it's got 2 manuals. And I'm trying to see why. Sometimes you'll get like a PAL version or something. It'll come with different languages. But no, this one just has 2 manuals and it's in really good condition. I'll have to see if this one is actually better condition than the one that I have. And maybe I'll just end up replacing it. But otherwise, I'm gonna have, because my last Love the Game Media, I got a ton of dupes of games that I'm probably not gonna keep, just because you know they're not worthwhile having multiple copies if the land, if there's no land party uh, that you could do with a land party or anything like that. So I may have a nice stack of PS3 titles to end up selling it as a bulk. But yeah, this is my favorite Batman game of all time, to be honest. I love this game. I'll play it on a 360. I play it on the PS3. I have the remastered on PS5. So really, really, really cool game. Really, really enjoy this. I know other people will probably like Arkham City, and that's a fantastic game as well. But there's just something about the original Arkham Asylum here that it's just my favorite. All right, next up is a Xbox title. Looks like an Xbox 360. This one actually contains both versions of the 360 and original Xbox. Get ready for this. This is going to blow your mind. This is going to be, no doubt, the best game in this box, and this is Sneak King, the Burger King game. Oh, yes. Pretty decent condition here. I think there's a little bit of cracking on the case here, but not a big deal. Oh, what do we got here? Yep, it is complete in box. And look at this. It even comes with a promotional. Give the gift of beef, the BK Crown card. Can you imagine having a credit card for Burger King? I don't even know if that's a thing that they even do anymore, but yeah. Otherwise, complete in box, Sneak King. Oh man, I'm gonna have some fun getting gameplay footage for this. So far, pretty decent box from Love the Game Media. You never know. Sometimes these Sneak King games might be worth something. I don't know what it might be worth off the top of my head. You'd be surprised. Kind of weird stuff like this might actually have some value. And this actually does work on the original Xbox as well as the 360. It says there. I remember when they were doing this, and you could actually go up to the counter and buy these. I forget how much they were going for. I don't think it was much, $5 or something, but pretty cool. All right, next up is a Wii title, and this is actually a game that I own and I actually enjoy it. And it is Deal or No Deal on the Nintendo Wii. So, like I said, I actually own this game. I got it in a Love the Game Media box back in the day. Unless I ended up selling it for some reason, but I don't think I did because I ended up playing this with the kids and we actually had some fun with this. So, Deal or No Deal on the Nintendo Wii. Pretty fun game, actually. And this one is a pretty clean copy. So, pretty cool. 4 cases. All right, let's move on here. And next up is another Wii title here. And this is going to be your generic version of Wii Sports here. And this is Deca Sports. My opinion, this is probably not going to be very good. Probably not going to be very good. Although it's made by Hudson, so you never know. It might be decent. We'll find out when we capture footage for this. But honestly, I don't have high hopes for this. It's complete in box, nice and heavy, and very, very clean condition. It is 4 players, so who knows? We might get some fun out of here. Let's see if there's any sports here that I would be interested in. Maybe the volleyball and the basketball. We'll see. Oh, they have soccer too, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, here we go. Deca Sports on the Nintendo Wii. Let me know what you think about that game. All right, moving on. Looks like we got another Wii title, and looks like they ended up finding a bunch of Wii titles to give out. And this one here is not looking too promising. It actually looks like it uses the what's that board that they had to do exercise. I forget what it's called, but this is Go Play City Sports. Oh, there it is. Compatible with the Wii Balance Board. So you don't, it's not required, but it's compatible with it. So yeah, this is, if I had to guess, Deca Sports is probably going to be a higher quality than this. Again, we're gonna get some gameplay footage here. Maybe I'll try to get the kids to play this with me while we get some gameplay footage. But yeah, I'm not thinking this is probably gonna stick in the collection. But if you want it for your collection, yeah, hit me up. Go Play City Sports on the Nintendo Wii. This is the problem with the Wii, is like there are a ton of hidden gems, but for every gem that you find, there's gonna be like 10 to 15 shovelwares per hidden gem on the Wii. But you know, still a great console. All right, next up is a PlayStation 2 title. I haven't been getting too many PS2 games, so this is pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a huge racing, especially simulation racing, but still cool to get a PlayStation 2 title because I haven't been getting much of it. That is NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. So pretty cool. Does feel complete in box, so we'll see, and it is, yeah. And again, I do test every game. So for some reason, if you do not find any gameplay footage after I'm speaking here or during I'm speaking, it's probably because the game didn't work. So lately, I haven't had too many of those, but every once in a while they do pop up. My last video, I actually missed. I forgot to hit record, and I was playing Killzone. So if you watch my previous month of Love the Game Media, and you're like, oh, I guess Killzone didn't work, it's because that was actually my fault. But in this video, if you end up seeing no gameplay footage, I'll put a note saying the game did not work. All right, NASCAR. I just, not too much to say. It's not my thing, you know. That game is gonna have a lot more worth for somebody who enjoys NASCAR. It's just not my type of thing. All right, this is a very, very good game. I actually bought it on the PlayStation 3 not that long ago. And this is, yeah, I loved it when it came out. Actually beat it and owned it on the 360 back in the day. And this is Army of Two. This is a series that Electronic Arts really does need to bring back. Army of Two. This is a great game, and I think it's a good opportunity now with Call of Duty kind of going off the rails, for EA to bring back some of these other shooting titles or franchises that they had, such as Army of Two and Medal of Honor. I would love to see a back to World War II Medal of Honor, or do something different with Medal of Honor. Go to maybe the Korean War, maybe go to the Vietnam War, and do something with that with Medal of Honor, because especially during the Vietnam War, there are plenty of good like Medal of Honor like stories that you could tell for that time period. So yeah, this is a really good co-op shooter, so you can play with the AI, or you can have a buddy play with you split screen. This is an awesome game. Army of Two. Believe it or not, there are a few others. I think 2 other games that came out for this franchise, and I have not played it, but I own it. So at some point, I would like to change that and get back into the Army of Two series here. Very, very good game. Do highly recommend it. Own it on the PS3. Do not own it on the 360, which sometimes these games, they look and run better on the 360. So it's okay to kind of get both. All right. And the last game, I believe, of the box, and just make sure there's nothing else in here. Also a very good game. A game that I also own actually on PC and on the PlayStation 3. And I think back in the day, this is how I actually played it, was on the Xbox 360. And that is Far Cry 3. This is a very, very good Far Cry game. If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend playing this game. I actually really enjoy Far Cry 2, but this is a better game. You know, if you had to choose between the two, Far Cry 2 or Far Cry 3, I would definitely choose this one over 2. 2 is great, but it's just they made a lot of more improvements on this game. How well it plays on the 360, I can't really remember. I know on the 360 and PS3, it kind of struggles. You're better playing it on the PC or they may have also released this on newer consoles like PS4 at the time, but I don't fully remember, but very very good game. I know that one of the biggest complaints was actually the uh, guy that's on the cover here. I guess his screen time is not as long as what people had wanted, so ended up kind of fumbling, I guess, on the story with that with Ubisoft. So, but very, very good game. I think overall, a lot of good games here. Unfortunately, it's another one of these boxes where there's a lot of dupes here, and the games that aren't dupes, they're not like anything exciting for me to play. Now, when I buy these boxes, I'm not expecting heavy hitters. Although, believe it or not, I've gotten some heavy hitters even in a box like this, whether they knew or didn't know. They have given me some heavy hitters, where sometimes the one game alone is more than what I actually paid for the box itself. If I had to pick a game that is not a dupe, obviously my favorite game here is going to be Batman, um, and probably Modern Warfare 2. But the fact that I own it already, I'm not going to count that. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Sneak King, the game that I said that was gonna be the best game in the box, and that is Sneak King, the Burger King creeper guy. I don't know what his deal is. I don't even know if he's still around as a Burger King character, but yeah, here it is, Sneak King, and maybe we'll put some extra gameplay footage. You let me know in the comment section below. What'd you think of this month's Love the Game Media box? What was your pick of the box? And do you agree with me? Is it the Sneak King? Are you gonna go out and buy a Whopper Jr. now, since that's the only burger worth getting from there? You let me know. And as always, happy gaming. God bless everybody. We'll see you real soon.